when I heard through the grapevine that the competition committee is thinking about banning the tush push. How about this? Why don't you just go ahead, ban offensive line play? Go ahead and ban defensive line play. Go ahead and let's just play with skill position. Why impose one's will upon someone else? Competition committee. And that's a real question that deserves a real answer. I mean, you are the same peeps that was part of the No Fun League, right? Welcome to VDG Sports. I am your host, Vince Douglas Gregory. Look, my relationship with the NFL is questionable at worst, strained at best. And you can make that make sense. But isn't the whole goal of a competition committee is to make sure that there's competition? Why keep score if there's no competition? Why hand out trophies? The Lombardi Trophy, if there's no score kept. And if there's no score kept, that's not being competitive. There's no competition. So it sort of makes me a little perturbed and feel some kind of way all in my emotions when I'm hearing through the grapevine that there's this play that some, and no, I'm not creating a straw man argument. In fact, I am protecting the guilty in the game. You know who you are. I know who you are. Basically, your name is out there, and if you, and that's the you plural, and definitely the you plural in the back, if you don't know who I refer to, I suggest you raise your hand and wait to be called on. Or how about this? You just go ahead and say, I don't know, and I'll tell you. You know where to go for that. Reach out and touch, I'll tell you. But moving along for the rest of us who know, moving along for the rest of us who are here, not back for the first time and understanding the game and what it be like and what it is, the competition committee, there's a few individuals, there's a few teams, there's a few organizations that feel as though that they are defeated, that there's a play out there that they can't stop. They're admitting, I need help. Not me. They're admitting they need help to stop an unstoppable play. Basically, yeah, I was gonna say the C word. But I recall and I remembered that this is a family program. I recall and I remember this is a family program. But the point stands. Why are we trying to get rid of the tush push? Are peeps getting hurt? A few will like you to believe that. But isn't the whole point of football, American football, is bravado, is mano, is I'm going to impose my will on you and tell you to stop. It is two giant forces colliding together, and one is gonna still be standing. Don't worry. I'm gonna make that make sense. Just chill out. Chill. You win in the trenches. Offensive line, defensive line. You got the big boys. You gotta be able to block on offense, to have positive plays, Positive plays will lead to touchdowns. Touchdowns will lead to points. Points will lead to wins. Wins will lead to victories. Stacked upon stacked. And then eventually trophies. Defensive line objective to smash into the offensive line and push them backwards, imposing their will on other individuals and make them go in a direction that they don't want to go. You mean to tell me this game, the stuff that happens within football, the smash mouth, the hitting upon hitting, the battle in the line, moving the line one way or the other, opposing one's will on someone else, forcing them to do something that they don't want to do. You mean to tell me this league, this sport, these organizations admitting defeat, that they don't want to do that? They don't want me imposing my will on you. That's basically what the tush push is. You know it's coming. You know it's there. You just can't stop it. And I am not a fan of the play per se. I think it's barbaric. I think it's equated. I think it is a little obsolete, but it works. But it works. Stop it. I'm from the school of stop it. Instead of going and running and tell the teacher, hey, teacher, help. Stop it. Stop it. Isn't that the whole point of the game, imposing one's will on another? So if you're opposing your will on someone else, then you should be able to stop the tush push, or better yet, don't get put in that position for it to work. Or better yet, build up enough points where it doesn't matter if it works or not. There are many and multiple ways to get around this within the rules and within the game itself. That's why when I heard through the grapevine that the competition committee is thinking about banning the tush push, how about this? Why don't you just go ahead, ban offensive line play? Go ahead and ban defensive line play. Go ahead and let's just play with skill position. Why impose one's will upon someone else? Competition committee. And that's a real question that deserves a real answer. I mean, you are the same peeps that was part of the No Fun League, right? Because if so, then it'll make sense. If not, I'm confused. I am confused. In fact, I need somebody to reach out and help me understand. I need somebody to explain to me why a game that is built around brute force and basically opposing one's will on someone else decides that opposing one's will on someone else should be frowned upon. Yeah, I said it, and I'm saying it with my chest. Banning the tush push is something that cowards would do. Banning the tush push is what a coward would do. It's what somebody who would want a trophy for coming in last place. If you want that play banned and you know you can't stop it, you better off saying, I want a trophy for last place. I want to feel good for losing. I want everybody to be winners. And if that's the case, aren't you really anti-competition?